Today's question is on hypertension. Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa West, and welcome to Living Your Yoga. Today's question comes to us from the membership site from Teresa, and she says, these last 2 weeks I have been presented with various people that have hidden hypertension, meaning that the hypertension is coming almost for sure from an emotional imbalance, then because they consume salt, fat, or from ayurveda have a kapha type hypertension that has to do with food. All three seem to have inner, also unconscious tension, even though they all live here in this village that I live in that is calm, has political challenges. And what I find most interesting is that they are all three pitta, and it is hot here, dry, and the sun is very strong. Anyways, I was looking to see if you had a class on hypertension, or else if at one point you would be so kind as to explore this topic in one of your classes. Yes, blood flow and circulation is excellent for them too, yet maybe you have some more insight into this pathology. So, first of all, let's look at what hypertension is. Well, this is just a fancy way of saying, or another word for high blood pressure. It means that there is too much pressure in your blood vessels. Blood pressure is the force of blood necessary to deliver nutrients and oxygen to your blood vessels. People with high blood pressure are at risk of heart attack, stroke, heart failure, dementia, kidney disease, eye problems, and erectile dysfunction. So this is a really serious thing that we need to really take seriously when we're teaching yoga and when you as a student are taking a yoga class. So the other most important thing, since I am a PhD in communications and cultural studies and not a medical doctor, is to get the okay from your medical doctor to practice yoga. Once you've done that, then we can move on. Hypertension Canada recommends 30 to 60 minutes of moderate physical activity a day, meaning that you breathe a little harder and sweat a little bit. But again, this does need to be under the medical supervision of your doctor if you have been diagnosed with hypertension. They also recommend managing your stress levels by learning relaxation techniques. So both of these recommendations make yoga seem like a good fit. That being said, there are some important things that you need to know when you go into a yoga class if you are experiencing hypertension. There are two important contraindications that you need to know. Number one is that inversions are not a good idea because for people with high blood pressure. Inversions place your head below your heart, causing a pooling of blood and pressure to come into your head. In extreme cases, the hypertension combined with the increased blood flow to your head can cause the blood vessels to hemorrhage. So now, that being said, under the care of a physician and if you have been practicing yoga for a long time and you were to gradually build up to it, you may be able to work on inversions, and I'll get to that. I would also avoid kapalabhati breath, which is known to raise your blood pressure. So here's the thing. The most important thing is, as always, to listen to your own body. Pay attention to your own body. If you feel increased pressure, or your heart starts to race, you need to back off and breathe deeply. So you know your own body best. You are your own best physician. You are your own best doctor. So listen to your own body and respond to it appropriately when you're practicing your yoga. Alternate nostril breathing is a great practice to reduce stress, to calm your body. So I've linked to a class in the show notes where we have alternate nostril breathing, but I'll show it to you quickly here too. You can place your first two fingers on your third eye, which is a marma point, which is very calming. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Breathe in through your left nostril. Close your left nostril with your ring finger. Breathe out through your right nostril. Breathe in right. Close right. Breathe out left. So there's a whole we go through the whole practice in the episode that I linked to in the show notes. I will create a whole class on hypertension at some point, but anything that calms your nervous system is going to be great for hypertension. So I recommend a free class for the nervous system. It's episode 201. Also, there's a blog post where I link to several classes that are good for the nervous system in the show notes. I would also recommend a free class for stress, episode 192. And I have 2 classes that are available on the membership and in my site and in my shop that would be great for reducing stress. One is yoga for anxiety and the other is yoga for grounding that I think would be great for hypertension. So great question. And if you have any recommendations of yoga poses or breath practices that you think would be great for hypertension, go ahead and leave them in the comments below.
For more tips on how to take your yoga off of your mat and into your life, visit AskMelissaWest.com and have Melissa's videos delivered directly to your inbox. While you're there, ask Dr. Melissa West a question. She may answer your question on an upcoming episode of Living Your Yoga.